Here is a broadcast by Peter Malinauskas for the Australian Labor Party South Australian branch for the 2022 South Australian state election.
Our state election campaign is now underway. In the next 4 weeks, I don't want to win a blame game. I don't even want to win a contest between the long list of Liberal failure and our long list of good ideas. Because this campaign is not just a question of who controls the parliament over the next 4 years. This election is a decision about who has the plan for our next generation. My fellow South Australians, when you vote, I need you to appreciate the scale of the challenge and the significance of the moment that we are living in. Our state will never have another chance to recover from a global pandemic. This election is an opportunity which will never come around again in our lifetime. We get one shot at our comeback from this once-in-a-century crisis. Our small business owners cannot wait 4 more years for real help. Our young home buyers cannot wait 4 more years for real hope. Our school leavers, our underemployed, our working poor cannot wait 4 more years for jobs and wages to grow. Our hospital system and our health workers, and most importantly our patients, cannot wait 4 more years. Our state needs a credible plan to fix the ramping crisis now. When I think about the last couple of years, it's hard not to reflect on the extraordinary sacrifice made by so many of our fellow South Australians in the name of everybody else's safety. I've spoken to the airline workers who lost their jobs overnight. I remember chatting to one lady, an international air hostess who landed her dream job in December 2019, only to lose it months later, and then found herself working at the supermarket. And I've spoken to the supermarket workers who have, during the midst of the crisis, were looking up the aisle as far as they could see, with customers queued down to the back of the store, queuing up just to get those essential goods. Speaking to those checkout operators who, unvaccinated, not knowing the risk to them and themselves, serve one customer after the other to keep food on the table for South Australians. I've spoken to the hospitality workers, the hospitality small business owners, devastated by the impact of the virus. But all of these people gave up their incomes, their livelihoods, their capital, everything they know. They gave it all up willingly. Willingly. Because they understood the significance of the challenge that confronted them. They understood it was the right thing to do, not for themselves, but for everybody else. These are real people. Good people. People who want to know their sacrifice has been worth it. People who want their government to deliver them a better future than the past they knew before. If we just let our state go back 2 years, when we had the worst unemployment rate in the nation, which we have today, the worst underemployment rate in the Federation, which we have today, the worst participation rate on the mainland, which we have today, that would be the greatest missed opportunity of our time. When we have tens of thousands of people unemployed, and even more who are not even looking for work, while at the same time, local businesses are crying out for people with skills, then we have a serious structural failure in our labour market. That's why I have a comprehensive policy on education, training and skills.
We have a plan to provide universal preschool for 3-year-olds. We will build 5 brand new technical colleges as a major investment in skills for young people. We will employ additional mental health and allied health specialists in our schools. And we have a 7-point plan to deliver quality teaching.
This is a comprehensive plan for education for the rest of our lives. This is the plan that will give our people the skills they need. And here is a plan that will grow the jobs for those skilled people.
As industry around the world moves to decarbonise, our hydrogen jobs plan will deliver thousands of jobs to South Australians by capitalising on the transition to a clean energy future. Through hydrogen, South Australia has the potential to export clean energy to the rest of the world.
This is the economic future I see for our state. More jobs, higher wages, new industries, new opportunities. That's a massive down payment on our economic future. But there is another very immediate need. What's true for everyone in our state is true for our state as a whole. If you don't have your health, nothing else matters. I say to the people of our state today, we are the only party with a credible plan to fix the ramping crisis. And we are the only party who can afford to pay for it. Because I will not proceed with spending $662 million of your money building a basketball stadium that no one wants and nobody thinks we need.
If we want to fix the ramping crisis, our hospital system needs more capacity. That's why my plan will deliver 300 extra hospital beds, 300 extra nurses, 100 extra doctors and 350 extra ambos. We will make the single biggest investment in mental health services in a generation. That is a serious plan to fix the ramping crisis.
From the bottom of my heart, I ask you this. Campaign for the people who don't have a powerful lobby, who don't straw the halls of Parliament, who don't even have a vote. Campaign for the next generation of South Australians, for the generation whose future will be determined by the choice our state makes on election day. I say to every South Australian today, at this election, the one thing that matters most is this: you choose your future. It's not my turn to define our state's future, it's yours. And at this election, more than any other in a generation, the choice is big. The future of our state is on the ballot on Saturday, 19 March. This election is a decision about who has the plan for our next generation, a plan for our economy, a plan for education, a plan for the environment, a plan to fix the ramping crisis, a plan that realises the opportunity before us, this most remarkable of moments. That's why South Australia needs a Labor government with a united team, a fresh policy, a bold vision, so we can look back on this period without regret. Like the Reconstruction generation after World War II, that generation of South Australians saw the moment, seized the moment. This is our chance to set up our state for a better future, a better life, a better society. That's what we can achieve if we win this election campaign and win this election. So let's get out there and let's get this done.
Authorised by R. Martin for the Australian Labor Party, South Australian Branch, Adelaide. Spoken by Peter Malinauskas and R. Martin.